Leo, hello, how are you, beautiful Leo? Okay, I really want to look into this energy because this is a very interesting message. Okay, very interesting. Yeah, so okay, I just want to connect really quick. Okay, so I am gonna pull tarot and oracle, of course, but what I saw in your coffee, I want to talk to you about it really quick. This feels like this. I'm gonna tell you what this feels like. This feels like something has been cut in half, cut short, like the movie Cloud Atlas. If you've ever seen the movie Cloud Atlas, if you're gonna watch it and you're sensitive, I'm very sensitive. There's a lot I fast forward through, and oh my gosh. But he says the quote, a half finished book is like a half finished love affair, or something like that. There's something here about this. You didn't get to finish something. You didn't get to do what you wanted to do. You didn't get to say what you wanted to say. There's something here that it feels like cut short. It feels like The Sopranos, where they just cut off mid-sentence. We're gonna see about this. We're gonna see about this because it almost feels like something has been taken from you. This could be a person here. All of a sudden something is over. This is the kind of energy of, this could be in business, this could be in love. This could be realizing that somebody was wearing a mask. I see a mask here. There's a mask and there's two snakes here. So it's almost this energy, and this is a beaver, and beavers are very loyal. They're very sturdy. They're a provider, you know? They know how to build a foundation, and they understand how to create something stable in an environment that's not stable at all, you know? And this is a wolf here. This is showing me a wolf. How beautiful, how interesting. Wolves also restore things to balance. They can take an environment that is all out of whack and you put the right number of wolves there, and all of a sudden everything falls into place here. There is a sailboat here. And you know, the thing is when you're on a sailboat, you have to know what you're doing. And that's just it. You have to know what you're doing. You have to be like an expert at it. You can't just be like, well, I don't know. Let's do this. No, you have to know what you're doing. This is a sailboat, people. So, and how many people get lost out at sea, and then there's all these illusions, and then come to realize that they're showing me that movie now with, what's her name? Shailene Woodley, where this was like a true story. They were lost out at sea, and there's illusions. I'm just gonna say that. I'm gonna leave it there. But there's something here about this. A person kept you in this state of illusion and then they left. Right? They didn't even fight. They didn't do anything. This is somebody like calmly packing their bags and leaving. You know? This is how this feels. Or something was just over. Just over. And that's it. I want to see more about this. I want to understand this energy here. Really? Okay. I don't think I'm... I think they want me to use this deck. Let's see about this. What is this about? This could be a person that passed away. You didn't get to really say what you wanted to say to that person. There could be things here, you feel a lot of anger, and there could be some kind of realization that what you're holding on to is grief. Yeah, for a lot of you, that's what it is. This is an owl. And this is giving me energy. This already happened. It's not ethical to use tarot to predict future people passing away. So this is giving me energy of you knew. Some of you knew, psychically you knew, you had a feeling something was in the air, something was off. I don't know. Right? But you didn't know. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about, that you can know, but it still doesn't prepare you. It's still shocking when something like this happens. Yeah. And that's the thing here. There is this spirit of this, something is haunting you. This is what this feels like. Something is haunting you. And this could be with your career, with finances. This could be with a loved one. This could be a romantic situation. This could be some of you with something, a situation with your kids or something. There's something here that haunts you because you don't know if you're going to get the chance to say it, to make it right, or to, you know, there's something here about this being very, very important. But owls are also messengers. So what you want to get out there is also a message for you. A message that wants to come to you. Because this is reminding me of Practical Magic. When Sandra Bullock, she hears that beetle. She hears that beetle, man. She knows. She knows what that beetle means. And she's ripping up those floorboards, man. She is ripping them up, right? Like, really? You can do that? Okay, girl. You go. I didn't know that was a thing. You know? She heard that beetle, man. She knew, but it was still so shocking when it actually happened. And this owls can represent this as well, knowing this, but it's still shocking. There's something here where you could have something to say and somebody has something to say back to you, but in some cases, this could be a situation where you were wronged, where you were betrayed, and you didn't get to say anything. And that energy, no, your spirit guides are not going to let that energy speak to you, get that message across to you. No. And this is like a protection of saying, don't go looking for a message from this person that hurt you. And you will know, some of you, it will be beautiful to get a message from this person, or a message from the universe that this situation can be resolved. But if it's the case where it's not that, you're being protected to not get contact with that person or that soul, but there is a message for you from someone, from some messenger. And this could be in spirit, this could be an angel, this could be someone that has suffered in the way you have suffered, and you have inspired them to heal themselves, to be their own justice. Let's see about this now. This is just, it feels different, you know? It feels different, this reading. Yeah, because you have the unicorn and the vulture. The vulture is the angel of the animal kingdom. You know, if you watch my channel, you know, I freaking love vultures, okay? Because when an animal is killed in such a brutal way, their soul, okay, their soul, vultures will come and they will circle, and they circle, and you notice the circle goes upward, it goes upward, it goes upward, and more vultures will join, and they will join. And what they're doing is they're guiding the soul of this animal to the light. And only when the soul of the animal is in the light, then they go down and they, you know, eat to complete, to seal the, you know, transfer or whatever. So, and vultures conserve their energy, and they conserve their energy for this. And they are given this rap that they're conserving their energy to take advantage of this dead, wounded animal, right? But actually, they're conserving their energy so that nobody gets left behind. Nobody gets forgotten. So that all these souls go to the light. How beautiful, right? No matter, there is no judgment. Doesn't matter what that animal has done, where they are karmically or whatever, right? No, that doesn't matter. And in this that they chose, they really are so misunderstood, right? So misunderstood. You could be very, very misunderstood, but here's the thing. There is some kind of magic coming in for you. Unicorns represent this magic. And they represent this imaginary freedom that is actually real on this planet, but people like to mark it off as being naive, but it's actually being extremely intelligent. You could connect to that. And this is getting to do whatever it is that you were not able to do. And getting the fantasy. Whatever people would see as a fantasy, as a miracle, as this is out of this world, this is something that is not possible. You're just being naive thinking this. No. No. That's what this is talking about. Okay, now we can do the 2 minutes. Bridges have been coming out, man, and I've been shuffling these decks, and in multiple different kinds of decks. There's so many bridges that are happening. Successfully overcoming a problem here. Something here wasn't finished. It was cut in half, just like the land here is cut in half. A storm here left this land in half. And for years and years, you were separated. You couldn't go home. You couldn't complete your travel. You couldn't see loved ones. They were gone. They were taken by the storm, whatever. And this is building, literally building a bridge. This is a way being made where there wasn't a way. And this could, some of you has to do with your psychic abilities and understanding what you knew before it happened, understanding what you wanted to do and what actually happened in the situation, and being able to move forward, but also being able to move back and forth as you please. For some of you, this represents gaining communication with a loved one that has passed on, and being able to revisit and communicate with them and them with you again. And as many times, a bridge is always going to work, you know, you can, you know, you're never using up the time on the bridge here. So this is beautiful. Very, very beautiful. Yeah. And for some of you, there's something very profitable that a way is being made. And what used to be a problem, now it can go both ways and work to your advantage. A good example I have of this is like Elvis. In the movie Elvis, I guess Elvis really did this. I don't know. Why would they put in the movie if he didn't do it? But his manager was like, yeah, we sell I love Elvis t-shirts, and we also sell I hate Elvis t-shirts. Both ways, you know, we're benefiting. So there is something here where it doesn't necessarily have to be that, but there is a way that you're figuring out how to benefit no matter what. You know, because guess what? If the whole world ended up hating Elvis, they would have produced a lot more hating Elvis shirts than loving Elvis shirts, and they would have made a ton of money. So they would have made it anyways, right? It's kind of like this energy here. And then what do you have? This dolphin. Financial gain usually coming from something you did in the past. Yeah, there's a bridge to something you did in the past that was a loss. Now you're going to be able to see how to turn it into a win. Yeah. Getting to finish something you didn't get to finish. And for some of you, there are people that you're standing up for something, and you standing up for yourself, you finishing something that you didn't get to finish, even if it's only symbolically. For some of you, this could be something that you're like, I'm gonna light this candle, and this candle represents my inner child getting to say what I had to say to all of these people, taking my power back and loving myself. And changes start to happen in your life. It can be something symbolic. And yeah, it can be. And it's almost like doing something that was helping, but being accused of doing something terrible or something. That energy is here. But there's other people, you walking out in the world, having that energy of doing that, whatever that symbolic is for you, and doing that, kind of like Taylor Swift writing her "Thank You, Amy," saying, hey, you put me down, but thank you, because this got me to where I am today. And she just poetic justice that thing, right? So beautiful. So there could be a way that you're doing that by yourself, or you're putting it out there in the world, whatever you feel called to, and each are equally powerful. Can be both ways. A way to say goodbye to something, and to that old version of you, to this new version of you. And when you do that and you walk out into the world, other people that you walk by, that they're kind of close, they're on the verge of doing what you did, this is sparking that within them. And if they choose to follow that spark, they're doing it, right? So this is very important. This is inspiring. And there could be other people in spirit that they tried to fight the fight that you're fighting. They tried to learn this. They try, and they didn't make it. And you making it is them making it, And this can be your ancestors as well. What about this unicorn now? Something turned over. I thought, oh yes. The bell announcement. I'm telling you. Wow. There is a way, getting together with friends, how beautiful. There is a way that your imagination, your inner child, your fantasy, the magic about who you are is going to be seen, is going to be acknowledged. And other people are going to be saying this about you. They're going to be talking about amongst themselves about you in this way, and they're going to say this to you. There's going to be a response that you're given. It's like, how do you know that you are in alignment, how you feel, and also looking at your reality. And you're going to start to look at your reality, and you're going to start to realize, I'm magical. I am magical. This is like the vulture realizing that they're magical and believing it and loving it. And then the world sees them now as magical. Yeah. And this is a beautiful celebration that you're going to get to have. And people who are genuine friends, if you don't feel like you really have genuine friends, this is saying they're coming. They're coming. Spirit is going to guide you. You could hear some kind of an announcement of something, and it sounds very magical to you. When you were a child, you would have loved something like this. Or when you were a kid, you would want to do something like this. Or maybe you wouldn't want to do this, but you would go do it because you were just a kid. So if you were interested in something, you went for it. There's something here about that and some kind of an announcement, and you going to it. Go to it. There's going to be people there that you're going to meet, and these can be your people, or they can lead to you finding your people, right? Your soul tribe here. This is beautiful. Look at this. Money will be coming to you. Wow. Isn't that nice? Of course, I love money too. And look, psychic ability, trust your intuition, and bag something important such as a new job or career. Yeah, there's very much so psychic energy here. A new person entering your life. Yeah, new things are going to start to happen because you're starting to see yourself as magical. You're starting to love yourself. You're starting to, and it starts with forgiving yourself. Some of you haven't forgiven yourself for something, for the way that things ended, for the way that a situation happened. Something. This can be having to do with grief, with a person that passed away and the way that things happen. But this is the message of this person is going to show you. If that is the case, this person, the people that are coming into your life, the announcements that are going to be happening, the magic that you are, it's communication from this person. There's going to be like tied with a bow from this person. So you know that they heard you. They love you. They are okay. And they are proud of you and that you deserve to have these things in your life. So you loving yourself, seeing yourself as magical. That's what this is. This is about not seeing yourself, vultures do something that we'll just say like people judge it as terrible. Did you judge yourself as for doing something terrible? It wasn't terrible. It's kind of like what this is saying. You're magical. You're just going to know. You're going to know what they are saying. What? So magical. Wow. I love this so much. There comes a time where it's time for the vulture to be seen as the unicorn, which they truly are, and that's what's happening here. Yeah. There's something here with the world, something changed very abruptly, abrupt communication and then nothing. People could have said terrible things about you and then you didn't get a chance to speak at all or something. I don't know what. It's going to be a lot of different things. Yeah. It's like somebody looking over at a vulture. Oh, ew, look what they're doing. They're terrible. Ew. And then everybody leaves. No, they're not terrible. They're not. Yeah. Through something here, through some dream, some purity of your heart, you look at how she's looking at this cup. The cup is her emotions. She's really sitting with her emotions. Look at these rocks. Have you ever been to a beach with these rocks? I have. Didn't know they were going to be there, so I didn't bring any kind of shoes to deal with this situation or anything to land. And I'm in Croatia, so I'm like, hey, I'm not leaving. I'm at the beach now in the rocks, whatever. You try to go in the water, okay, a little bit of water comes, ankle height water, you cannot balance. You cannot. It's very painful and you're crawling basically, and when you try to get out of the water and the wave comes, oh my gosh. You can't go anywhere. You can't move. So she's not moving here, right? She's looking at her emotions. She's really looking at how she feels and understanding. Anger can disguise grief, and there's something here that you may have been holding on to, and whatever it is can be different. You're seeing what you're holding on to, and you're able to forgive yourself, others. You're able to release it, right? And then there is a beautiful message that you're going to be receiving. There's something here that you got wrong. You think you failed. You think you did something wrong here. And the universe is saying, God is saying, the angels are saying, look with the eyes of your heart. Forgive yourself. Love yourself. We love you. Look at this. You deserve everything. Stop thinking that you don't. You're perfect as you are. As you are. That's what this is really saying. And it's so beautiful. And this is something that it can come out of some kind of a dream. Some kind of a dream, some kind of your imagination here. Your imagination is very, very beautiful, and it is intelligence. It is the highest form of intelligence. Albert Einstein said something about that. Something. Yeah. I mean, and look at this. And the two dogs. There's two dogs. 1, 2. 2 dogs. Announcement. Look at this. This is the forgive yourself, love yourself, and free yourself. There's something here that spirit, somebody in spirit or spirit, the universe, God, angels wants you to forgive yourself, wants you to love yourself, wants you to know that you are magical. Because you're very powerful. And once you know that, once you feel that, the blessings can start rolling in. And these are things that are going to surprise and amaze you. Surprise and amaze you. With the connections, with the synchronicities. This is not nothing. This is not nothing. It's real. It's really real. Some of you could think that you saw a person that passed away. You think that this person is communicating with you and you're like, am I making that? You're not making it up. This video is your sign. This is your sign that you're not making it up. It's real. It's really real. Wow. What a reading. Okay, let's just see if there's anything else. Wow. Birth. Some of you, this could have to do with something new that you gave birth to and it didn't work out the way you thought it was going to work out. And this is a message to you. This is a beautiful message. Look, she has angel wings here. Spirit wants you to know that you're an angel. You're an angel. You are magical. And you could be very much so resisting this. You think you did something wrong here, and you didn't. You didn't. This is energy of this is not your fault. It's not your fault. Feeling like you did something wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. Look at this with this little boy, and the bear is kind of chasing him, and he's kind of like, uh-oh, what did I do? You didn't do anything wrong. You're just a kid walking through the forest, man. It's okay. You know? That's kind of the energy now. Yeah. Look at how much, God wants to bless you. And this is the messenger. And the messenger is, you're doing just fine. You're doing great. And you need to know that. You need to know you're doing great. We are so proud of you. We love you. Love yourself. Love yourself. Everything will unfold the way that it's supposed to unfold. Wow. Okay. This is what I have for you. I hope this helped. Please like and subscribe. And if you like a personal reading for me, the information is in the description. Also, I have a new hypnosis channel for you to check out and a website if you would like a session with me, more information, if you just have questions. So magical. It transforms your life. We are all holding on to emotions within our body, and these emotions are, causing things in our life. They're causing us to relive the same patterns, what we're trying to get out of, the new that we're trying to create in our life, and we keep getting dragged back to the same thing. Different people, different scenery, but it's the same story again and again, and you can't seem to change it. That's what this is all about. Your soul knows, and this is about accessing your subconscious mind and to these memories to remember, so that you can heal. You can release and you can heal, whether it's from this lifetime or another lifetime. Okay, so that is going to be all in the description for you.